Is the media depicting the situation accurately and objectively in your view?
No, not at all, because the media belong to people who are very close to the government. All the medias in France either belong to companies and to businessmen who are close to the government, so they never contradict the government. And the media who are not belonging to this kind of people belong to the state, so it's worse. And you don't have conservative medias in France.
Well, is there conservative print media?
Just on the internet, that's it, but nowhere else.
No newspapers, magazines?
No, newspaper that was conservative a few years ago became socialist and support the government.
How about conservative talk radio? Is there conservative radio?
No, not at all. No. It's really a socialist country, so you have only one way of thinking, one way of speaking, and that's almost it. I can write in French, but I write for magazines or web magazines that are published in Israel or in the United States. But in France, it would be impossible.
So you're here in the Paris Casino in Las Vegas. Is this what you see? You think the future for conservative intellectuals is going to be, a future outside of France?
Yes, I think that French intellectuals who want to write freely and to think freely will have to move out of France. And the conservative writers who still live in France are harassed. They receive death threats, and they can be sued, and they can have big troubles in many ways. And I know many of them, and many of them say to me, I prefer to avoid to speak about this topic, because I would lose my job. And it's true, they could lose their job, they could have to pay very heavy fines, they could even risk jail, and for sure all of them receive death threats all the time. I moved to the United States because I received death threats, and I feel safer in the United States today.
Is the situation such that the far-right party will do very well in the next election?
I think so, and I could see that what is called in Europe the populist movement is stronger and stronger, and I can understand why. These people are people who support the Western civilization, who wants to support the idea of nation state. They want borders, they want to fight against Islamization of Europe, and I could see that more and more of them support Israel, because they see that Israel is a nation state, a strong nation state, and that Israel is confronted with the problems of Islam also.